Cooper fight takes out the Derby.
And they're off. Scarlet Tanager, Cougar Vision, and Ada Bell all out together. Expect Talk is on the inside there in fourth, and Utterly Enchanting and Trading Senses of the back. Scarlet Tanager, Ada Bell, and Cougar Vision still three in a line. Cougar Vision will let the speed go on a bit there, and it is Utterly Enchanting in between horses now, and Expect Talk is racing fifth, but only three off the speed and Trading Senses of the back. 5 lengths front to back, and Scarlet Tanager to the turn from Ada Bell, the second spot. Then in between is Utterly Enchanting, and the inside is Expect Talk. His Cougar Vision has dropped some 3 to 4 off of Scarlet Tanager to the turn, and Trading Sense trailing the field less than 3 furlongs from home. Scarlet Tanager from Ada Bell, Utterly Enchanting, Cougar Vision roused up on the outside, trying to get closer once more. And it's another 2 to Expect Talk, and Trading Sense trailing the field. Top of the stretch now, Ada Bell. Ada Bell puts that head in front from Scarlet Tanager. Utterly Enchanting on the inside, and Cougar Vision just flattened out of the final furlong. Utterly Enchanting up the rail, and Ada Bell on the outside. Ada Bell drifting to the center of the track, and Utterly Enchanting on the inside. Utterly Enchanting, Ada Bell's willing. Utterly Enchanting and Ada Bell. Utterly Enchanting wins. A length from Ada Bell second. Scarlet Tanager, Cougar Vision, and Expect Talk. 5, 6, 4, 7. Manklin Creek. And they're off. Double Barrel Bourbon was first away along with Manklin Creek on the outside. Here's the favors, So Dialed In. So Dialed In against that inside now just in front from Manklin Creek. Now leads by 2, 2.5 and takes off does Manklin Creek. Manklin Creek going a strong pace and opening up about 5 on Manklin Creek. Now 6. Goldie's Boy up on the inside. In between is Luxero in the second group, and End All Get All Strictly Business. And Double Barrel Bourbon is in the back. Some 18 off that pace heading into the far turn run. So Dialed In. So Dialed In has opened up a 7-length advantage on Manklin Creek, and Goldie's Boy on the inside. Luxero working harder in between horses. Another 2 to End All Get All still at an even pace. Then it's Double Barrel Bourbon and Strictly Business. So Dialed In, 3/8 from home, and about a 9-length advantage. Manklin Creek now just second from Goldie's Boy. Then it's Luxero. End All Get All still double digits from that leader So Dialed In, who's isolated at the quarter pole now by 7. It's So Dialed In turning in. So Dialed In, and Sheldon Russell sailing home under a hand ride now. Shake it up a little bit with a 7 or 8 length advantage on Manklin Creek and Goldie's Boy. End All Get All picking up on the outside to run into the exacta with a furlong left to go. It's a workout for So Dialed In. So Dialed In, 7 in front with a 16th of a mile left to go, and geared down to win it. It's So Dialed In. So much the best, really. Second End All Get All, and then it was Manklin Creek and Goldie's Boy and Double Barrel Bourbon. And they're off. Starting tour is away first. Grace Isabella sharp beginning 2. 9 Martinis. I Love You now pushing into fourth. And back to head for the shore. And trailing is Tapita Claire. It's starting tour over to the rail now, leading at about a length from 9 Martinis second. And Grace Isabella's up close there, just 2 off the leader in third position. And I Love You is ground saving now. And it's another 3 or 4 back. And Tapita Claire and head for the shore. The pair in the back as they head on for the far turn. Starting tour in front, 3/4 of a length from 9 Martinis trying to apply some pressure. Grace Isabella, the 2-path, and I Love You is fourth. And it's another 4 back, and it's Tapita Claire and head for the shore, ridden along in the back of the pack. Now 3 from home, and it's starting tour. 9 Martinis there on the outside, looming a chance. And Grace Isabella, I Love You is fourth at the rail, has 3 to close in, top of the stretch. And here's 9 Martinis going on. 9 Martinis from Grace Isabella. Starting tour battles, drops back. In between horses, I Love You, and then it's head to the shore and Tapita Claire. Furlong left to run now. Grace Isabella is coming to tackle 9 Martinis, and I Love You with an inside run. Grace Isabella just in front, inside run. I Love You. I Love You at the rail, trying to gain now, but Grace Isabella's in front. Grace Isabella and Jonathan Joyce to win it. It's Grace Isabella from I Love You, and then 9 Martinis head to the shore and Tapita Claire. Now the last one's in. And they're off. Going for the lead there is Despite Odds. Breaking a bit slow is Rooftop Bar, Despite Odds in front, and Blue Sky Painter is next, and Mo American on the outside, unbeknownst to me, and John G. as the inside into the first turn run. McQueen's Bullet is next. They're followed by Super Houdini racing to the back of the pack, and Rooftop Bar is last of them all at about 13 or 14 off the pace, set by Despite Odds. Despite Odds from Blue Sky Painter and Mo American, unbeknownst to me, travels in fourth position. As so they're 3 lengths back, and McQueen's Bullet and John G on the inside, and a gap of about 4 more, and it's Rooftop Bar and Super Houdini. They're in the back now, some 12 to 13 off that pace of a solo leader. Despite Odds. Despite Odds is showing the way. Leads at about 3 lengths. Despite Odds from Mo American, just ridden there second, and Blue Sky Painter in third. Unbeknownst to me, continues to travel fourth position. John G. McQueen's Bullet at the back. Super Houdini, and the outside is Rooftop Bar. Into the far turn run, where it's Despite Odds kicking on. Despite Odds suddenly opening up 4, unbeknownst to me, traveling best of the rest at this point. Then it's Blue Sky Painter, Mo American retreating, and then McQueen's Bullet ridden along, and John G is next, and Super Houdini and Rooftop Bar with a 1/4 mile left to go. Despite Odds trying to hold on, but here comes a surging unbeknownst to me. Unbeknownst to me on the outside, up to even terms to Despite Odds against the rail. Despite Odds unbeknownst to me to the outside, shifting a little bit, but in front now. Just a half length with a furlong left to go. Despite Odds giving it a good battle and trying to come back for more. Despite Odds with a rail on the outside, unbeknownst to me, and Despite Odds coming right back on the inside. Photo, unbeknownst to me, Despite Odds. John G was third. Blue Sky Painter and Super Houdini. Photo finish, minute 47:41. Off of the late pick 5. Pendleton first to respond out of there. Manor House has early speed, and here's Eric's Empire away running in third position, and Goldfellow's up close to that inside draw. Rippolino is racing fifth onto the main portion of the track now. Moss Boss is next. Here's Dream Big Dreams. Dream Big Dreams racing to the back of the pack at about 13 lengths off the pace up ahead. Tip your hat to that, and Rapid Response is trailing the field. About 16 lengths will cover front to back, and it's Manor House. Manor House going on with it from Pendleton in second, Eric's Empire on the outside, and Goldfellow at the rail. It's another 5 to Rippolino, who's next, then back to Moss Boss. Dream Big Dreams is racing outside in the clear now, 3 wide, but still at an even pace into the far turn run. Has about 2 horses beaten now as they round that turn. It's Tip Your Hat to That and Rapid Response. Into the turn they roll, and it's Manor House leading the way from the chasing Pendleton. Eric's Empire, and Goldfellow is in fourth. Dream Big Dreams now getting underway up to fifth position now, but still 9 for the leader, and Rippolino's in between horses running along with Dream Big Dreams, and they're followed by a Rapid Response and Moss Boss, and Tip Your Hat to That into the stretch, quarter of a mile left to go. Manor House kicks away by 6 now, 7 lengths. Manor House, a monster Manor House now in front by 7 big lengths. It is Eric's Empire second, and then it is Dream Big Dreams. Here's an upstart colt Manor House with a 16th of a mile left to go, pouring it on, and a solid score first out. Manor House and Victor Carrasco the win by double digits. Dream Big Dreams in the photo in between, maybe second there. Waiting for Mio Desperado, settled. In or off. Big Hambone responds first from talented Dr. B, and Robber Bob with that speed up on the inside there too. Victory Given in between horses. Also Gone Home is on the move early. Gone Home pushing up fourth on the inside. And Mio Desperado is in fifth, and Victory Given is back in sixth in between. Mr. Chesapeake City is created special. And then on the outside is Cook Brothers 3-Path, and Dapper Munn lingers back in the pack early. And Save Me Paula has to pass them all now. Save Me Paula last, and 16 off the pace. Into the far turn, Big Hambone cooking up a good pace, and Robber Bob on the outside, not a challenge. It is Big Hambone and Robber Bob. Big Hambone kicks away again from Robber Bob about a length. It's 3 lengths back. Gone Home is in third. Talented Dr. B on the outside, racing in fourth position as they get toward the top of the stretch with 2.5 furlongs left to go. Victory Given is trying to come around horses as they turn in, and Mr. Chesapeake City's in between as well. Into the stretch now, Big Hambone, Robber Bob not quite by yet. Here's Mr. Chesapeake City. On the center of the track is Victory Given at the rail. Down to the inside there is Gone Home. Has just got 4 to make up. A furlong left to go, and time is running out. Here comes Victory Given with the best kick of them all. Victory Given, Victory Given, Big Hambone, Victory Given, Big Hambone battles. Victory Given from Big Hambone, Mr. Chesapeake City. Then it was Cook Brothers and Robber Bob. Minute 18:54. And they're off. Boss Logic, the Duke of Hazard, also Indian Lake early for 2, and Little Lion away running in fourth right off the trio of early leaders, and Just Nod and Smile settles on the outside, passed by. Silver Sun is trying to pick up early in between horses, and Passage of Lines and Bribery is in the back. Boss Logic in the rail, on the outside is Indian Lake, the matching strides. Boss Logic a narrow lead though, with 5 furlongs left to go from Indian Lake. 3 lengths back, Little Lion, the Duke of Hazard. Silver Sun has worked all the way up to 5th, 3 deep, charging for the far turn run. Bribery and Passage of Lines and Just Nod and Smile into the far turn run they go, and now 3 furlongs from the line, and it's Boss Logic still with Indian Lake accompanying that one, and Silver Sun third position. The Duke of Hazard in between horses, and Little Lion on the inside. Bribery is next, and Passage of Lines and Just Nod and Smile. Coming to the top of the stretch, it's been Boss Logic and Indian Lake throughout. Indian Lake, Boss Logic still going at it with a 1/4 mile to go, and they straighten for home now. Silver Sun out of the center of the track, and third the Duke of Hazard. Boss Logic though turning back now. The challenge of Indian Lake, and it is Boss Logic full of run for the final furlong, and kept to a steady drive is Boss Logic and Jorge Ruiz. Boss Logic a widening winner. Boss Logic 5-6 in front. Boss Logic, no doubt about it, from Indian Lake second, and Bribery gets the gray head down for third, and Silver Sun and the Duke of Hazard. 5-8 in minute 23:50. And they're off. Investing in him with him, and Wild About Deb up there too as they push the turn run. Dashing Loose saving ground on the turn, and they're followed by Woodbury racing now back of the pack. We have Moti in Irish Town. Moti's dropped to last position now. So around that first turn they roll, and it's Invest in front, a little more than a length from In Him With Him and Wild About Deb on the outside, as Dashing Lou is saving ground there around the turn, and Woodbury racing on the outside. Next is Irish Town, who's eager and a little tight there, and it's another double digits back, and Moti is well outrun with 5.5 furlongs left to go. It's Invest, but the pressure's on early. In Him With Him on the outside, and Wild About Deb is their third position. Dashing Lou down to the rail as they charge for the far turn. Woodbury's now got 5 to make up. Back to Irish Town, still well back, and Moti's galloping along last position. Invest now turning away In Him With Him with a half mile left to go. Invest In Him With Him fully ridden in the second spot. Dashing Lou is in third, and Wild About Deb is in fourth. Woodbury is in fifth, and Irish Town, and it's still double digits way back is Moti. Less than 3 furlongs to go, and Invest with another gear kicks away now by 5 lengths from In Him With Him on a continuous drive in second, and Dashing Lou is third, and Woodbury is fourth, followed by Wild About Deb as we get up in fifth, and Irish Town and Never Heard From Moti into the stretch with Invest and a solid lead by 6. Dashing Lou, In Him With Him. They're in a head-to-head battle for second with 1 furlong left to go. Invest, turn back everyone today. Invest paying dividends again. It's another win at Laurel for Invest and ties La Pastina. Dashing Lou is second, In Him With Him, and then Woodbury and Wild About Deb. 7 to 5 at number 1, Invest first. Normalized Deviance. And they're off. Normalized Deviance, and along the way is Zola B moving up third position. That opening furlong, Miss Philly Dilly is 4 off the early speed. And then it's Running On Entry, and Imagine Victory the favorite, racing the far outside. Steely Ben moving a bit on the inside early now, but in tight quarters is Steely Ben, who had to steady there as they charged on the backstretch run, and Malice in the Palace is trailing the field. Racing down the backstretch now, and it is Normalized Deviance. This 100-to-1 shot leading the way. Leads it by a length from Zola B second along the way. Third position, Miss Philly Dilly is in fourth. Imagine Victory racing 3 deep into the turn, running an entry in Steely Band, and Malice in the Palace still last of them all. Far turn run, Normalized Deviance, a 2-length lead on Zola B, and along the way third position, Imagine Victory now has 6 to make up. As they round that far turn, Miss Philly Dilly He's got to do better, is under some pressure there, passed by Steely Battle the inside, and Running On Entry and Malice in the Palace. Coming to the top of the stretch now, Normalized Deviance challenged by along the way of the outside, Zola B, Imagine Victory, kicking in deepest out of the track, and then the inside is Steely Ben, 1/4 mile left to go. Here's Along the Way. Along the Way suddenly 5 in front now with about 3/16 left to go from Imagine Victory second, and then on the outside is Miss Philly Dilly Dilly is coming back at them for third, but here's Along the Way with a 16th to go, and Imagine Victory desperate to catch along the way. Imagine Victory, one try to the second wire finish. Imagine Victory, imagine that, a photo finish. Imagine Victory in the photo. It's very tight in the 9th race with Along the Way.